All right, you wanna try introduce the podcast, Alex?
Hold up. Hold up. Need more RAM 1 second.
More RAM.
Dude, how do you do this, Chris? This is so awkward.
I didn't realize you opened up all the podcasts.
Oh, yeah, he does. Let me give a hot take on it. 1 second. All right, hot take. Hey everyone, welcome to our 14th episode of Peanut Brain. As always, yours truly, Alex.
I'm Qris.
And I'm Brandon.
And here's our special guest on the 14th episode. I know this intro may be a little off-brand as our one and only Qris Lee is not doing it, but you gotta change it up sometimes. So here I am introducing the podcast. Take it away, Qris.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, Brandon's a good friend of ours from the University of Houston. I think we met around freshman, sophomore year. And Brandon's a mechanical engineering major who's graduating this spring, this semester. So congrats.
Not just me, also Alex.
So we don't care about Alex. It's all about you.
Yeah, we don't care about me. I'm not an engineer.
Oh, I care. It's okay.
Software lives don't matter.
Software life.
So you building those bridges, Brandon, or you burning?
Mechanical engineers can, but I'm doing stuff differently. I'm basically the guy you blame if the space station comes crashing down.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I think it was a TikTok. They were asking like, what do mechanical engineers do? And then an actual mechanical engineer like reacted to the video and it goes, oh, what we actually do is, and then the video ends. It's because he doesn't even know what he does. And I can relate because honestly, I mean, like we do a lot of things and it's really big general field, but me specifically, I'm working in aerospace. So I work at Boeing. So we work with NASA and we like work on stuff on the space station. Specifically me, I do structural analysis. It's more like I make sure like hardware up there is not gonna break, I guess, and it reaches its life expectancy. That's kind of like the boring stuff. But I just tell people I make sure stuff doesn't break in space. Cool. It's kind of weird. I kind of know more about everyone else's major rather than mine. And I'm like, I don't even know why I'm here, but somehow I'm about to graduate. As to what drew me to engineering, I think it was in high school. It took a good 10 seconds to realize I was going to be an engineer. I thought to myself, do I want to be a nurse like every other Filipino? No. Goes to engineering.
Nice. Now that I think about it, our friend group is like quite large, or our network is quite large, and that like a lot of us are spread throughout different like things. So if we ever needed something in one area, like we could just like hit someone up.
So I guess if I need a space station built, I'll just hit Brandon.
I got you.
Can you tell me how like structurally viable my space station is?
And it crash and burns, I can get mad at it.
Honestly, I like describe this kind of stuff to people when they ask me what my job is, but honestly, it's more or less me just punching in numbers into like this thing and hoping for the best.
I don't know. I just feel senioritis is hitting very hard right now. Where like, I know. I'm sure like it's hitting hard for you because you're working now. So you can just kind of like in class, you're like, what's the purpose of why the fuck am I here?
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I'm only taking 2 classes, right? And
yeah.
Just like my level of motivation has just gone straight down.
Yep. Like I'm pretty much in the same boat where like my classes are super easy. I finished all my major projects, but I still have some small work done.
Same.
But I'm just like the amount of motivation I have just to like finish this out is like so little.
Especially since we're at home, more distractions just make me less want to do anything.
Yeah, for sure. Did you ever feel senioritis, Qris? I feel like you had senioritis like throughout like college probably.
Bro, you already know how I like lived through college. Yeah, honestly, I never recovered from senioritis from high school. I came into college with that. And then it was just, I figured out, I can get by with like minimal effort. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Word on the street, Brand is used to be a baller, a b-baller specifically.
Ooh.
See, that's how rumors start. No, I'm just kidding. reality, I was the water boy. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I used to play basketball. It was started like middle school and then junior high, and then I played 1 year in high school.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, junior high doesn't really mean much, but like in high school, at least I could say I played my freshman year.
Were you
Not
varsity?
bad. Hot shit.
We consider sitting on the bench playing. But yeah.
Oh, feels bad, bro.
No, I mean I played some minutes, but it's
Okay,
just
okay.
like
You weren't like the starters.
oh, dude, those high school players are built different. Back when I was playing, obviously. I don't know.
Dude, some of those freshmen be like 6 foot. I was like, hello.
When I played freshman year, compared to like what I see when I see clips of high school basketball players now, it's completely different. Like now they're gigantic and
Right? Like
they're
everyone's
actually
tall.
Bro, I think it was like year 2. I was watching like some high school players playing. Like these kids were dunking. I was like,
I know, I'm like, what happened?
I think we're all like the same height, right?
wait, Brandon, how tall are you?
5'7", I believe.
Okay, he's taller than both of us.
Okay.
Feels good, man.
That's why he was the basketball player, not us too.
Yeah, yeah.
No. See, that was freshman. See, freshman year, I don't know how tall I was, but yeah, height plays a big factor when playing against all those high school players. I don't know. I didn't really have fun, honestly, playing high school basketball, especially since what drove me to play basketball was like playing with the team I know. Because if you play with like friends or like classmates you've known all your life,
Oh yeah.
then it's just like not only is it more fun, it's just like you play better considering you'll have that chemistry, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like going to high school, I don't know anyone, and then playing with like people who are like really dedicated to the sport and like against other players like that, it's not as fun, I guess. Because I was more of like a relaxed player.
Mhm.
I'm just here for fun.
I'm just a full fun player.
I'm just a casual, you know.
I'm just a casual.
Ball's life, bro.
Well, I don't know about your high school, but like, did you have to do like tryouts and like they could actually like reject you from the team if you weren't good enough?
Okay, so like the funny thing is how I actually got to play basketball in high school is like when I first signed up for classes, I saw that basketball was like a subject, right? Like a category when I was like looking through the catalog. And I was like, I enjoy basketball and they have a basketball class. I'm gonna just sign up for it because like it sounded like some like PE class where you just play basketball. I was dead wrong. It was like an actual class for like
The
people
basketball
who
players,
want to be on the basketball team. I didn't know that. So there I was just like doing like drills with like people who want to be in the basketball team because basketball wasn't a sport that wasn't played until like November-ish, I guess, November, December.
Yeah.
And that's when they held tryouts. So for like the first couple of months, we would actually like do basketball drills and all that stuff, skills and stuff like that, training. And then when tryouts came, I was like, they were like, all right, people in the basketball class, you're already on the team because you've been with us since the beginning of the semester. And then the tryouts came, and then there were so many people, and like probably like 1 or 2 people like made it onto like the team, like came into the class after the tryouts.
Damn.
Yeah, so I was like, if I had tried out, no way.
Oh, okay.
I just signed up.
So you got in kind of by accident, I guess.
It was kind of by accident, but it was okay because I met some of my friends that I know now. Would I do it again if I could go back in time? Probably not. When I say probably, most likely not. I don't know. The stuff that they did in that basketball class was just borderline torture.
Really? Oh shit.
Or just like
rigorous.
The conditioning.
Yeah, I feel like the conditioning would probably be the worst part.
Yeah. I have a funny story. So actually, this is how I made friends with Justin.
Oh.
Okay.
So in basketball class, they have like this conditioning thing, or it's not really. It's a form of conditioning, but they use it as punishment if someone either is like slacking or the team messes up or something bad happens, right? We call it bricks, and it's like not like the normal brick like outside your house, like what your house is made out of, but like it's like a cinder block kind of thing. Okay, maybe not that big, but more like I'm trying to think of something. It's a pretty decently sized brick.
It's not your average brick, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and they'd wrap it in a towel, obviously, so it wouldn't scratch the floor, and you'd have to push it up and down the court. And it was a form of punishment because someone did something wrong. Someone like I don't know, like because if you mess up, then the whole team does it, like because you're a team. So one day we have to sell like these cards. I don't know if y'all like people in sports. They have like these like cards or something, they have to like sell it to like sponsor.
Oh, like fundraising.
Fundraising, right? Different things like different restaurants or like sponsors for the team.
Yeah.
So we had to like sell these, and I was in biology class one day, and I was like talking to the guy. I sat down, and the guy next to me happened to be Justin. I was like, I don't know what got to me. I asked him, hey, can you buy this or else I'm going to do bricks? Yeah, because that's what the coach honestly said. If you don't sell all of these, you're going to do bricks. So I was like, hey, man, I need to sell this. I'm on the basketball team. And if I don't get all of these sold, I'm going to do bricks. And then that guy happened to be Justin. He's like, sure, why not? So it was like $20 and he paid me. And the funny thing is, we became friends after that because I guess that's just how we talked. I told him I was going to pay him back. I actually didn't pay him back until college, maybe? I don't know, but it was a long time, and he held it over my head till then. It was so funny.
Shit, that's pretty funny.
It's like a story, like we tell people, like, or like how me and Justin remember our first encounter.
The origin story.
Dude, I'm trying to imagine, like, what would I do if someone came up to me and was like, hey, can you buy this for me? Otherwise, I'm going to have to do bricks. I'm just like, bro, what are bricks?
What are bricks? Like, I had to explain it to him, and he's just like, man, this guy seems like he's about to die. Let me save him for a second.
I can just imagine that, like, in a slice of life anime type thing where you just, like, slide over to him. It's like, hey, man, like, can you like, buy this? Like, what I was going to do, like, and your eyes just go black all of a sudden when you say bricks.
The soulless eyes.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I know both y'all. Okay, so Qris, y'all had PE. Both y'all had PE, right?
Mm-hmm.
In middle school.
Yeah.
Did y'all's PE have like a unit where y'all did like weightlifting?
No.
Oh, okay. Holy shit, we had that, and I felt so out of place, dude. Like, there's a bunch of like my class had like a bunch of like juiced up like jock type dudes, and I was like, 7th grade me. I recently just got into StarCraft. I'm like, a pretty big Star Trek fan, and I go in like, they're like, oh yeah, add more weights. To like, I'll just take the PVC pipe. It was just like, I felt so out of place, dude. It was wild.
Dude, I don't think my school would trust a bunch of like 7th graders to lift weights.
Did your middle school have like even a weight room or something?
Yeah, we had a weight room.
Oh, I don't think my middle school even had a weight room.
Yeah, mine didn't either.
Only my high school did, and like I didn't even know we had a weight room until I walked by it my senior year by accident.
Yeah, I never went to my weight room.
I was a band kid. I was like, I see no reason for me to lift anything that's heavier than a clarinet.
Mood, yeah. Oh yeah, I was a band kid too, so I was like even more out of place. I was like, why the fuck am I here? Like, yeah, I guess it's very telling when I say my favorite units in gym were tumbling and rollerblading.
Wait, you did rollerblading?
Yeah, we had rollerblading in middle school. That shit
Bro,
was fun,
dude.
We had those little like scooter carts that you sat on.
Yes,
and you had to push your ass, and then if you like lean too far back, you just like fell back on your ass.
Yeah. No, those were fun in middle school. No, in elementary school. I know my elementary school, like when it was like Christmas or Halloween, like they would turn off all the lights and they basically like strobe the fuck out of you so you get like epilepsy. But but you would like roll around in those carts like doing some shit, and then some kid would always fucking run over your head. I enjoyed my time at Cedar Park, even though looking back at it, there were definitely a lot of racist remarks towards me being Asian, but it's whatever. I lived. I didn't realize it was not normal when like some random kid that I didn't know just went up to me. It's like, hey, look, it's Jackie Chan. I'm like, hey, dude. So,
you thought that was a compliment?
I was like, should I like Jackie Chan?
I'll take it.
I felt very disconnected from like the good majority of like what was going on in my high school because I was just hanging out with like the computer science and like robotics friend group that I had. So we were just doing whatever our own thing was. I know from what my friend told me that we had French offered at our high school, and there was like this pill left around like on someone's desk or something, and then whoever the next guy came in like was like, oh, what's this? And he just took it.
Oh
my god.
And my friend was like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, it's no big deal. And then because like next day he's like, oh, it's just Adderall. Like, what do you mean it's just Adderall? Like, these people are fucking wild, dude.
I guess going on a completely different topic. You two are taken. You guys are in relationships right now.
Yes.
So I guess one of the questions I had was, I feel like a lot of guys start changing their fashion after getting into a relationship or something, or like I'm just curious, like if your guys' like sense of fashion or like how you dress change after like
Absolutely not.
no, I thought really? Oh, I guess okay, I guess not. Yeah.
Okay, I will say this: when I do go out with my girlfriend, sometimes I will like dress up. Sometimes, like as in like okay, I'll throw like polo and jeans.
Jeez, okay.
So like I basically went to work, but this is largely due to the fact that my girlfriend also wears a lot of the same stuff that I wear. Like we just wear t-shirts and Adidas or sweats. So I've just never felt pressured to change my fashion. I mean, I have felt the need to change my fashion, but I haven't done it yet. What about you, Brennan?
I guess I'm on the opposite side. I guess so. Ever since a relationship, it's more like or I guess she wanted my fashion to be like more than just sweatpants and a t-shirt, or a new age t-shirt, which I honestly agree with because like you can't go wrong with like comfortable.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, but I guess when we go out, it's more like before I would wear just like a jeans and some polo. But I guess now I know, right? But now I've been like ever since I don't know. She's really into fashion, so she
I know
wants me
Lian
to.
always dresses well, so
Yeah, she dresses well, and then she's like inspired by like you, Qris, for example. You dress super well, so she's like, Brandon, what are you doing? Why you look like a bum? I'm like, that's a good question. But she's helped me improve my wardrobe a bit. So I don't know. I got in a pair of black pants or black jeans, because I never had them before. My shoes got them white. What do you call it?
Reeboks.
Reeboks, yeah. So I was like, it's not Vans, Reeboks, because I never owned white shoes like that. I guess like casuals, because all the shoes I ever wore were either like sneakers or basketball shoes or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like maybe like one pair of dress shoes. But like I need like a casual shoe that goes well. And then I've been wearing more than just like a regular t-shirt on top. It'd be maybe like one day I'd like wear like a long sleeve button down kind of thing. But it's not like a formal button down. It'd be like a casual.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or I'd layer something with like a plain shirt and then something over it. I don't know. It's nothing like Qris status, but it's just like a little upgrade from what high school would be. So
okay, I think you guys like hype me up way too much for it. Like, okay, like this might sound like I'm kind of like narcissistic, but it's like, do I think I dress better than the average dude? Yeah, but I do think there's like a lot more better dressed dudes out there than me.
I think you dress very well. When Catherine asked me like, "Oh, do you have any friends that dress well?" I was like, "Qris." Qris dresses very well.
That's honestly like the first person I would think of too.
Yeah, because I feel like you go out of your way to like present yourself like when you have to, and then I'm just kind of like, I'll just slap something on.
So I guess for me is I dress well because it makes me feel like better and more confident about myself.
Okay, yeah.
Because me being like the short, not like jacked Asian kid that I am, I was like, all right, if I'm not like a super athlete and I'm not super tall, I got to do something else to make up for my insecurities. So I was like, you know what? I'll just dress well. I don't wear like anything bougie. Like I've seen like some people dress really well, but it's like brand name stuff. I'm like, okay, I don't have that kind of money, but I'll do my best to like not look like I haven't showered in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think you necessarily need brand names to dress well. I think it's just like what you do, Qris, is you're able to like coordinate or match things well.
I'm hoping to update my wardrobe for this summer because I'm going back to Houston to go work. So hopefully, I'm gonna try to grab some like more casual like going out clothes, like more upper tier stuff that's not a t-shirt type of thing. So
Dude, sometimes I feel out of place when I hang out with Wushu, because I remember when we went to get hot pot when you came to town, like over like what winter break or spring break. Everyone showed up in like Adidas t-shirt and me in my jeans and like button up. I was like, shit.
Yeah, I think a lot of my wardrobe has definitely is influenced by like the people I hang out with in Wushu. Yeah, so
I don't know. I like matching like the level of like the dress code level of like the group I'm hanging out with. So I was like,
yeah.
If I'm like 200 dressed, I just feel like shit. If I feel like I'm overdressed, I also feel awkward.
I feel like a clown when I'm overdressed.
Oh, dude, I remember one time my dad, he woke me up. This was like back in high school. He's like, "Wake up, we're gonna get lunch, right?" And he takes me to like this fancy luncheon, and here I am in like jeans and a polo. Everyone's like wearing suits. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yo, why you take me here?
As he told me like, wear something nice. It's like, what's nice? He's like, just wear jeans and a polo. I'm like, okay. Shows up, everyone's in suits. I'm like, bro, this is more than just nice.
You should have said formal.
Your dad baited you.
What did your dads come in wearing?
I think he had like a button down like dress shirt, like a formal dress shirt, but like a it's still dress shirt. I guess I should have taken the clues from him. Just went over my head. I was like I just woke up and like I just wanted food.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think the problem with like a lot of like my button downs right now that my mom bought me, or like when I wear them, I look like a fucking dad that owns like a bunch of guns. I look like I carry when I like wear some of my dress clothes. Yes, I'm trying to get like more like just casual stuff that isn't just
I guess whenever I go out more often with like friends, I guess I'm not just trying to wear the same thing, like short or like gym shorts or Adidas pants all the time. I mean, like there's always going to be a time I do that, but just trying to do it not as often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess that's Qris brought up a top of like things that changed like when we got into relationships. Like what are some other things that like changed? I don't even know.
Qris is just sitting there like, let's just
this isn't a question for me. That's what I'm hearing.
I think for me, it's just like I became more mindful of some of my like habits.
I definitely agree. I became more. I think I like think more about things.
Yeah, like, before I do something.
Exactly. Yeah. And I learned to think more on other people's perspective. I mean, like that sounds like something like it's easy to say, or like what other people should already be doing. But
yeah,
it's just being more mindful.
I was gonna say because like for us, like when we just banter with our friends.
Yeah, it's just mindless.
Yeah, it's mindless. Like you're not caring about anything. You're like, yeah, whatever. But then, like, especially like when you're dating someone that's like out of your friend group and someone that isn't like super used to like, I guess in my situation, especially like where she doesn't know any of my friends or she doesn't know like, just like what
like how you act around
like friends. Yeah, it's kind of like whoa type of thing. Okay. So I'm much more like mindful of like I guess what I say. And I definitely like try to like look into like other people, like see other people's situations more where I'm instead of just like false.
Leah's always telling me like, Qris, you're gonna change when you're in a relationship. You're gonna get whipped. You're gonna change. You're gonna be a different man. I'm like, bullshit. I mean, actually, honestly, I do see where she's coming from. Like, there are people who like change a lot after getting into a relationship, but it's like, I refuse to be called whipped.
I think I'm a little whipped. Not a little. I am whipped.
It just happens, Qris.
It just happens. Before you realize, you're like, oh shit, like it's been a year since you've talked to your friends.
Oh my! I feel like everyone kind of says that before getting into one.
Yeah, but I said that.
Or just at least think it. But you just like learn to like you learn their habits, I guess, and you learn how to be around them and like learn what they like, what they don't like, and you just kind of communicate, I guess.
I know for me personally. I actually like I asked him. I was like, Leon, I need relationship help. Like I felt like for me personally, like sometimes there'd be like imbalances in like how I would hang out with my friends versus like when she hangs out with her friends. Like sometimes when I just like hang out with my family, because I think she got too used to like me like calling her every day, and then like, she didn't. When I didn't, because I'll hang out with family, I'll like spend the night at my cousin's house or something. She'll like kind of get a little upset. I'm like, okay, listen, like this ain't gonna work out, like, because it just isn't fair if I just can't hang out with friends normally when I don't hang out with them that much, type of thing. And like when she hangs out with her friends, like I never like I don't bother with them. I'm like, okay, sure, cool. But yeah, that was when I was like, Leon, what do I do?
No, honestly, that's pretty like asking her is like not bad at all because like I feel like we had a similar situation between us, but it's more like something I had to fix because it's like I'm not really hanging out with like relatives or cousins. I'm just talking to the guys, and I was that person who always talked to them a lot, especially during high school, like every day kind of stuff. We play games, so like transitioning from that to like being in a relationship, I can't always do that. And at first, it was like something weird to me because like that change, and I didn't really like understand her perspective because like at first, obviously, and because like to me it's just like her saying, hey, you can't really talk to your friends as much. I'm just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But like now it's like, oh, I understand, because before I just used to talk to them every day, but now you gotta balance things. So
there's a balance. Well, the nice thing about, I guess, my girlfriend is like we have really bad sleep schedules. So like what kind of works out now is like if I do play games with my friends is like I'll play games with my friends from like 10 to like 1:30 or 2, and then from like 2:30 to like when we go to sleep is when I call my girlfriend. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work out when I start working and everything. So that's a problem for future me.
I'm just sitting here nodding like I can relate.
When people say relationships are a lot of work, I didn't really understand it, but it's actually like communication is important, because if you don't communicate, then you're just fucked. Because I guess if you let like a problem persist, then it's just gonna go to shit. But for what's worked for me is just like I bring it up like pretty immediately.
Yeah.
Before like she like it like boils up and she just gets mad or something. So it's been working out for me.
I remember I was hanging out with Brandon and Liam like a month ago. And like she brought up this funny story. She's like, "Oh yeah, Alex texted me for advice for his relationship. It's like I spent the time to like write out a paragraph to answer him, and then like as soon as I sent it, he replies like, "Oh, don't worry, I fixed it already."
Oh yep.
I was like, my man's on it.
Yeah, no, like I like literally after I read the text, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give Catherine a call. I was like, hey, can we like talk about something? I called her. I was like, okay, problem fixed, good.
That's nice.
Call me Bob the Builder.
But yeah, I think that's a good thing to do. Don't let things like just sit when y'all are like upset or like are in disagreement. I think it's best to just like try and fix it. That's honestly one of the problems I had before. I would like we'd disagree on something or something, and then we kind of talk about it, but we wouldn't really come to like let's say a conclusion, and then it just from there like it resulted in me just like not bringing it up or like not even talking at all, and like that's a problem because I was the one who kind of advocated to fix things to begin with before not talking, but I know better now. So
yeah, I guess the biggest thing for me is like if there's going to be a petty person relationship, it isn't going to be me. So because pettiness is not healthy in any sort of way. So I try not to be petty. I don't think I'm a petty person, but yeah.
Do you guys ever find it easier just to like flirt with dudes?
Oh, most definitely.
Of course. Yeah, hell yeah. Like I'll see a dude, I'm like,
nice ass, bro.
Cute. Yeah, nice ass.
Oh, looking hella cute. I'm just kidding.
Looking hella thick today.
Like Brandon and I always have like this thing going on. Like every time we see each other, we just start hitting on each other.
It's more of like the same, like that classic pickup line. You come here often, and then followed by the only when you're here, or like only when you come. It's just so smooth. I don't know. I find it easier with guys, right? But when it like for you, Qris, like it's easy, right? But with like the other guys, like I talk to, I feel like there's like two different kinds of guys. It's like ones you're able to like easily do it with, but then like the other guys,
there's like some dudes you just won't.
Just like what?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, because like let's say I do it to, well, okay, I guess like thinking of like the goons, it's more like half of them would reciprocate my response, the other would have been like,
"Fuck,
what?"
Yeah,
I feel like part of like the personality of the person factors in, but also it depends on how close I am with the other person too. Because like obviously with like you and Alex, it's like I can be just like, "Hey, bro, I like your ass," and everyone be like, "Oh yeah, thank you, I know." And if I did that to like someone like my pre-med org, they'd be like, "Bro, that's like sexual harassment."
that is very true. I know one thing I always do to like gauge my cousins like are dating someone and like I meet their boyfriends for the first time, that I always like start hitting on them just to gauge like their humor. And I guess if like I don't hit it off with them that way, I'm kind of like, okay, this just isn't meant to be. Because I know my cousin on her Finsta, like she posted a picture of like her and her boyfriend, and then her boyfriend was like, "Oh wow, like you're cute" type of thing. And then I commented, I was like, "Thanks, babe." And then he replied, like jokingly, being like flirting back. I was like, okay, good. I think that's just like a part of like humor, I guess, for me. But yeah,
I think it's a big thing when it comes to like talking to other guys, I guess, or like how you're able to see if y'all are like compatible, I guess, or like you're able to like talk or communicate with them easily. Is like you guys have the same sense of humor.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And like for me, my sense of humor is not like actual humor. My humor is kind of like stupid humor. I don't know.
I think I'm kind of close there. It's just like dumb things just make me laugh.
Dumb things make me laugh. Like things that are actually funny or like should be funny, like it could kind of make me laugh, but like some like Candice nuts fit in your face joke, which just got me rolling on the floor. I don't know why.
Dude, these nuts jokes always gets me.
Yeah, you know Candice, bro.
Leah played that joke on me 2 days ago. I gave her the perfect setup. I knew what she was doing, but I was just like, I'll play along. I'm like, who's Candice? And she didn't do it. I don't know why.
No!
She's a noob.
No.
She's a noob.
She has a setup.
I know. I was like, who's Candice? Ready for her to blast me with the joke, but she was like, something, the girl you're talking to, like as the joke. Or she's like continued to play the joke, as in she first started off with like, I hear you're talking to Candice, right? And I'm like, who's Candice? And then she goes, the girl you're talking to. I'm like,
no, the punchline, the punchline.
Just hit me with it.
If you're watching this, if you're watching this, Leah, and you majorly fumbled.
You fumbled.
Fucking amateur.
Amateur hours here, Leah.
Nah, she was trying, but
E for effort. So you got any grills, Qris, you interested in? It's not like you've been seeing anyone anyways during the pandemic.
Honestly, no, not really. Okay, so actually, to be fair, it's like, do you even want to like be dating anyone during this pandemic? That's like a good question to think about. Like, do I really want to be looking to date someone right now?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of like, what are you gonna do? Zoom?
Zoom.
Yeah, I don't know. Zoom dates. I guess that was the thing at the beginning of the pandemic, but just think about it, it's like it sounds so stupid to me.
I didn't even know that's the thing.
Yeah, apparently like people were doing Zoom dates because you couldn't like meet people in person.
That makes sense.
That's weird.
I was like, there's no way this would work for me.
It's like, imagine like you want to grab dinner on a Zoom date and like y'all just like cook your own food.
Yeah, see,
like...
that's what got me the most. It was like, if you have dinner over Zoom, everyone's eating something different that they cooked. I just thought that was the weirdest thing. I was like,
it's kind of weird.
This doesn't feel like a date anymore.
Can I do my TV dinner?
Kids cuisine.
It's like you come in there with like dino nuggies.
If they have a problem with my dino nuggets, I guess it wasn't gonna work out in the first place.
It wasn't gonna work out. Definitely not gonna work out.
No, now I think about it, sooner or later, you should probably learn how to actually make food. Like cooking? I mean, like yeah. I mean, it's like I could like do like basic stuff, or maybe like follow something online. But like knowing how to actually like think of something like, what do I want today? Like, I want this, and then make it. It's just like, can't do that. I don't even know where the knives are in my house. I'm just kidding.
No, cooking is totally fun. I love cooking.
Yeah, it's something I every time I eat, I always watch food videos or cooking videos. I don't know. That's just like something I might enjoy. And it's just like something I want to do. It's just like I just never do it.
Actually, I really enjoy liking Worth It. Like eating.
Worth It.
Exactly. Like whenever I'm watching Worth It, I always like to eat something while watching them.
The best part is even like when you're eating something that
the episode's about.
The episode's about. And I'm just like
I'm there with you.
Like the steak episode, man, I'm eating their $300 steak with golden truffle on it too. I look down my plate, looks a little different, but
it's kind of sad when you like see them eating bougie food. You're like, here's my fucking Maruchan.
Hey, Maruchan's good, bro.
Gotta get them more bougie ramen though. I got the Indomie, dude.
Ooh, Indomie's great.
Oh, actually interesting. I guess another interesting thing about relationships. Do you and Leon have different like palates when it comes to food?
Kind of. For the most part, we're both not really picky. She likes to say that I'm like picky, I guess, but I'm like I'm not that picky, in my opinion, I think. But in terms of like different palates, she likes more of like the fruity stuff, I guess, when it comes to like flavors, where I care more of like the chocolatey, sweet stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, let's say we go to like get ice cream or like, I don't know, gelato or something, I don't know. And then where they like ask for different flavors, or like we're ordering something. It's like, it's kind of hard-ish to like coordinate on what we want to order if we want to share, because we like two different kinds of things.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's very difficult to find something that we like. The main thing that we both like come in agreement that we both like is like a good amount of Vietnamese food, like the basic ones like pho, the rice shit, and Chinese food. But she does not like Italian food because she's not a huge fan of pasta.
Wait,
wow!
And I was like, hold on, you know, like.
Hold on, let me put in my hearing aid so I can hear that again.
Yeah, I took her to like this like really good like Italian place like in Austin, and like one of my friends is Italian. He was like, "Yeah, that place is fucking bomb." And I took her there, and then after the fact, like, a couple months later, I asked her like, "Did you actually like the Italian food there?" She's like, "No, not really. Not a huge fan of pasta." I was like, "Okay." So that's we're not eating there again together. She doesn't like spicy food, which I find a little difficult to get around. Because
like any kind of spice or like super spicy?
dude, no. Okay. Have you had? Okay, so you know how H Mart has like the fucking pre-marinated meat? Oh, you had K barbecue before, right?
Yeah.
Pre-marinated meat. Usually you don't taste the spice on that shit, right?
I didn't
Like,
even know
it's
that.
Normally like
Yeah,
sweet?
Yeah. So she was like, I was like, oh, like I had this leftover meat. I was making kimbap. She could still eat it, but I didn't taste the spice at all. And then she ate it, and she's like, "This is kind of spicy." I'm like, "Huh? The fuck you mean? You actually tasted it?"
Okay, actually, my dad's like really similar in that aspect. Like it's like my brother, my mom, and I, we can eat like spicy foods, right? And my mom will like make something, and like my dad would be like, "Oh, this is kind of spicy," and then like the three of us would be like we're like looking at each other like, "You taste it?" And like the other person, and my brother's like, "Yeah, nah, man, I don't taste anything."
Yeah.
I'm not the best with spice, but like I'm fine with it.
You
As long
can
as
when
yeah.
someone puts black pepper in your food, you don't really like it's seasoning.
Yeah.
Yes, I do think toothpaste is spicy.
It's been very difficult sometimes to like come to an agreement on like what we like, but from what I've found out, I could probably make like any Chinese dish and she'll probably like it, but that limits my scope of things we can go out to eat. Like, oh, okay, Brazilian steakhouses, right?
Uh-huh.
Only meat.
Yeah.
She's not a huge fan of like salads, like the normal sense. And then I was asking, and then I offered, I was like, "Hey, you want to go to like Fogo for? Yeah, you want to go to Fogo like one day for like an anniversary?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's like only meat there." She's like, "I don't think I can do that. I need like rice with my meat." Because like meat to her, like it's really heavy and oily, which is fair, but sometimes you don't want your fucking meat. But yeah, and then she's not a huge fan of like going out to like nice places either. So like if I want to take her out to a nice place, she's like, "Oh, you just cook at home."
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she's very like she's not too big on like the whole like
Spending like money to go out.
yeah. She's actually insanely cheap. Like I thought I was cheap. She is. It surprises me.
It runs into Asian, bro.
Yeah, which I guess is good for potential future finances. But she's super into money and stuff, and I'm kind of like, to be honest, like I don't really care about money.
Okay, the one thing I refuse to compromise on is good quality toilet paper. Single ply, get that shit out of here.
Yeah, single ply is garbage. Yeah, that's
I want that Charmin
non-negotiable.
ultra soft shit.
Yeah. Like if I have some mad shits, I don't want to feel like my butthole is getting torn apart when I'm. It's got to have healing properties as I'm wiping.
Healing
that toilet paper better be infused with like lotion from the gods.
lotion.
Like Kleenexes where it's like super soft. I need that. What was I talking about?
Super cheap.
Oh yeah, super cheap. Yeah, she's like super into money. Like she likes all of her finance stuff, and when she ever tries to explain to me like stocks and stuff, I'm like, nah, man, it's not my thing.
Dogecoin. just put my money in Dogecoin.
She's very like money aware, which is good. I guess I am to a certain degree, but she's the type of person that works for money, and then like the thing that she like values the most in like her life is like stability. Whereas me, I'm like I just work. I want to enjoy my work, and if I get to fuck around while I'm working, that's great. And if I get to make money while I'm working, that's great too. But
I'm
it's not
exactly like you.
yeah, it's not like a priority of mine or anything.
Money's nice, but as long as I'm enjoying myself, which sometimes like kind of makes me think, because like I know some, or I could think of some people who like value like the money over everything, or just trying to reach that point where they're like, I made it, I guess. But in my opinion, it's like how you got there. Was it really worth it? And like, I'd rather much just enjoy my life, I guess. Well, like not like to the extent I'm like just throwing away my future. I like want to keep everything in check. But
yeah, for sure. For me personally, like I'm not the type of person that gets stressed about like my future or everything. I'm just kind of like, it's whatever. Like I do this. Like
same.
I'm here. But whereas so I'm like totally comfortable with like kind of like going in a roundabout way of getting wherever it is that I want to be. I don't know what that is. Whereas I need a set path, and like this is the way. And when she said that, I'm like, why don't you do pre-med? Or like pre-health or something.
Actually, going back to like how hard it can be to like go out to places with like certain like food restrictions.
Yeah.
I can't imagine dating like a vegetarian, like even
Mhm.
less than like a vegan.
So it's a big no for me.
Because like we have vegetarian friends, and like already just thinking of a place to go with like vegetarian options, I'm just like, bro, what about the meat though?
Yeah, what about that meat? Like, I don't have anything against vegetarians or vegans, but I can't be dating someone
It's
that
actually really
do
hard.
that.
I won't say I won't date them, but it's also kind of like you're making it a lot harder than
It needs to be.
I am sacrificing a large part of my life, which is fucking meat that I enjoy a lot.
I won't sacrifice me. I won't give up my
Yeah.
diet, but like just trying to figure out like even just a place to go. I feel like difficulty goes from here to like up here already. It's just having to consider like vegetarian or like
Yeah.
vegan.
Okay. Well, here's the thing about dating a vegan, though. Generally, vegans are vegans because they believe very strongly about their veganism. Right.
Yeah.
So, and then when I mean vegan, I mean like no animal products, no milk, no shit,
Yeah.
nothing. And generally, they would want to be. I'm assuming because they believe in this cause, they don't want to contribute to like whatever, like I guess greenhouse gases or whatever, or sustainability. And so I'm assuming the person they're dating would they wouldn't want them to be contributing to like
You know, if
problems
my
with
A5 Wagyu beef is gonna be the reason the Earth ends, that's gonna be the
So be
reason the
it.
Earth ends.
yeah. I was like, well, I just want like a large like cut of steak one day. Like, I don't want this fake steak.
Sometimes you just want to go to K barbecue for 2 hours and just eat all the
options.
options that you can.
I wouldn't mind being vegetarian for 2 weeks. Totally fine. I love fried tofu. I love me some great Indian food.
Yeah.
But couldn't be like a lifestyle change. What are some other non-negotiables? I think that's the main one. I guess lifestyle wise. Oh yeah, I couldn't date someone that's extremely messy.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Me as I look at my pile of laundry I need to do in the back.
I feel like
If you didn't say anything, I might have even noticed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like totally didn't make everything a little bit neater before this call.
It's gotta be pristine, bro, at all times.
I know. I saw into your bed and I'm just like, dang.
Oh, I know. I guess this is an interesting point. Not sure if a hot take. We can just cut it out if needed. I know both you and Leon both are the same religion, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming both your parents are like okay with it, totally fine. So there's no issues there. I know my family, I grew up Catholic, or my girlfriend is. So most people in China generally don't have any religion. So I know it's gonna be interesting because I know my mom was like, oh, is she Catholic? I'm like, no. And my mom just like have that like disappointing look. I'm like, so I don't know how I'm gonna figure that out, but it's good for y'all that it works out and everything. I know some families it's a big deal.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know it's a big deal between some people or some families that I know. Knowing my family, honestly, if Leon wasn't the same religion, what I meant to say is like they'd still be fine with it. Like there's no issue. But I feel like on her side of the family, it's more strict, I guess.
Yeah.
But it just so happened like when they were like, it worked out. They were like gassing me up because like before I used to like do stuff for church, like altar boy stuff.
It's like
I say that
fucking altar boy.
I say that hesitantly because there's memes about that kind of stuff. But
Biso got street cred.
Yeah, I got street cred with them. They're like Catholic altar boy, and they're like, oh wow, go for it.
Yeah.
I like your credentials.
It's like
resume.
I know it's like another job interview kind of thing. They're just looking at my resume. I'm like, engineer, Catholic, altar boy is a plus. Dang.
Yeah.
Checks out.
I know when I had my job interview, I was extremely stressed because if I didn't get it, I felt like parents would not approve at all because it was like my main lead at that time. I was like literally on the final round and I was like, it's like, okay, shit, if I don't get this, I don't know if I'm gonna get a job this summer type of thing. So yeah, that was stressful. They're very I guess they're very traditional Asian where it's like
they sound hella traditional.
Yeah, where my street cred does matter, like in terms of school name, job type stuff.
I feel like my parents are less traditional than Asian parents. They're more modern. Just noticing like around or like the parents around the group, I feel like a lot of them are more traditional.
It's always good having like the benefit of like having the Asian parent like cultural background where they're like, they'll nurture you and take care of you, but they also have like just the Western also where it's like, yeah, just kind of do whatever. That's the wombo combo. I feel like my parents are slowly. I mean, my mom is slowly getting there. Yeah,
Slowly.
slowly but surely. But it's definitely not to the helicopter levels of what it used to be.
How about your parents, Qris? What would you say they are more like?
Dude, I have no idea. I've never been in this situation before. I've never had to worry about it. I never asked. Honestly, I don't think they particularly care. I think they do have preferences that I think they would prefer I look for. Solely probably like respectable like Vietnamese girl. Like I don't know. I still I want to give them the benefit of the doubt saying they probably don't care too much. But I do remember when I was younger, my mom was like, you need to marry a good Vietnamese girl.
Qris got to go to Vietnam to get married.
Hey, bro. I'm whitewashed as hell.
Qris gonna be confused at his whole wedding. His mom's actually the one that's like pulling all the strings of the wedding.
Dude, that's actually gonna be like really spooky. One day my parents would be like, so we have like a marriage candidate for you. I'm just like, what?
I know my mom always tried like, she's like, oh, there's this Vietnamese girl. She wants to be a doctor. It's like, cool, I don't care.
My parents have actually never done that to me. They've never tried to like, hook me up with anyone.
Oh shit.
Okay, actually, I take that back. It's more on the lines of, actually, no. I was like, no, I don't think my parents have done that. Actually, yeah, they more or less just let me do my own thing.
Being able to go out with your friends and not stressing about if your parents are gonna call you or not is very taken for granted.
Oh yeah,
privilege.
Yeah. You always have that one friend in the group where he gets called by his parent and he's just like, all right, yeah, bye, yeah, bye, bye, and he's like bye for like 15 more times.
Yep.
Kind of like random question-ish, but like let's say like it's, I don't know, 2-3 a.m. at your place, and then like let's say you're hungry, you can't sleep. Could you like just go out, leave, and go get food or something if you wanted to?
Or okay, actually, I think I could, but I think my parents would question me for doing that. So,
but you wouldn't be like in trouble, I guess, or
I don't think I would get in trouble for it, but I think they would question me about it and be like, "Why are you doing this?" And I was like, "I just want a Whataburger at 2 a.m." But
do you think they would let you do it again after that? I guess.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think they would, but honestly, I don't think I just don't like leaving the house at like 2 a.m. because I know it would just bother them.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, instead of like just going through the hassle of like explaining why I left the house at 2 a.m, I'm like, I'm just gonna stay home.
Yeah.
Like maybe if I was like living by myself, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, I totally agree. Me on the other hand, I'm like, I could never be able to do that.
Yeah, same. My mom would probably think I'm like doing a drug deal.
Yeah. She'd question me and then tell me never to do that again. Like I don't know how people do that. Like,
yeah, I have friends where they're like, yeah, it's 2 a.m. I'm just gonna get Whataburger because I'm just hungry. I'm like, I guess.
Do you not have an alarm system that like alerts like
everyone in the house
that you're leaving?
That's also another reason why I probably don't like leaving the house.
It's like I don't think me leaving is like the biggest deal too. I mean, it is probably a big deal, but the thing I always bring up is like, it was 3 a.m. You fucking woke me up. Like,
yeah,
it's like I gotta go to work tomorrow morning. It's like, okay, I get it. I know that was like one of the biggest things. Like, I guess growing up with like a majority of like white friends that had like really chill parents, it's like oh, just ask your parents, can you do this? It's like, no, I'm not gonna ask. Like, there's no point in bothering. Like, just gonna say
I know the answer already.
Yeah,
that's a big Asian thing. You're like, don't. Why do I have to ask? I already know their answer.
Yeah.
But also, I like seeing the memes of like how when you're slightly older, like around our age, you use that excuse of like, oh, my parents won't let me, just to get out doing stuff that you don't want to do.
Yeah, I agree. It's like, I just don't want to. I just don't want to do anything, dude.
Like, yeah, my parents said no.
It's like you're 23, like, and
your point.
You live by yourself.
Good observation, Sherlock. I don't know. I think my parents are super chill.
I feel like they're chill
until
your mom like stabs her foot.
I don't think you know the story, Brandon, but one time Alex visited my house. I don't know if your house has this, but our chairs, we have like pegs on them, so like they don't like slide around on the floor or like damage the floor.
Yeah.
But like so these are like screw-on pegs, and like one got loose. So like when you picked up the chair, the peg would just lay on the ground. And it's like it was screw and it was a nail. One just happened to get loose and it was just laying there. My mom stepped on it. And then she was like, motherfucker. And then like Alex and I, we just got downstairs just because she called us for dinner. And as soon as we got downstairs, she stepped on the nail and we're just like, and like Alex was just like, what do I do? He was like the puppet monkey, the sock monkey meme. Where he was just like, I don't know what to do in this situation. And I was like, bro, I don't know either.
Yeah, I think I was down there with Edward at first, and we were just staring at each other, and I was like, "Yo, you're upstairs doing something."
I wouldn't know what to do either. I just feel like
her spaghetti was good though.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like every time both times I've been to your house, your mom's been cooking pretty good food.
And I remember in middle school, it was not so great, but
okay, same though.
It's elevated throughout the years.
Yeah,
it's evolved.
That restaurant y'all took us to though was surprisingly good.
Wait, which one?
The
rundown Asian one?
Yeah, the rundown Asian one that looks like it's gonna get robbed at any time.
That's the hot spot. We like going there.
I've seen jokes where it's like if the Asian or the place you're about to eat at, or I guess Asian place, isn't look like it's about to be run over or run down, and like there's like not an Asian kid in the back doing his math homework, it's not going to be good.
Yeah,
it's like character.
Yeah,
it needs the bars on the windows.
You see that, then you know the food's gonna slap.
Yeah, I feel like because when it's like super high quality, like a super high quality restaurant where it looks nice, then that means it's probably catering towards like a Western audience, so the tastes are gonna change a little bit, and that's when you get like those like feeling a little bland.
I like it how it's like the good Asian places only care about the food, and like they only care about it so much that everything else is shit in comparison to the food, like service, atmosphere, like decor, everything looks like shit, but the food's top notch, so you can't complain.
That's how you do it. It's the character that puts all their points into strength. Asian food is literally a glass cannon. Should we wrap up? Should I do the wrap up?
If you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, not so easy now, is it?
No, fuck you, bitch. All right, so that will be wrapping up this episode of Peanut Brain. Thank you everyone for listening. Me and Brandon hope that Qris finds someone that he truly loves in the near future so that he can join the simp army that is inevitable. But yeah, thank you for listening. I'm Alex.
I'm Qris.
I'm Brandon.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon, for coming along.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Do you have any
socials you want to plug? Go ahead.
My league username is... No, I'm just kidding.
He's gonna dox himself.
All right. I think that's about it. Bye.
All right. Peace.